Hello everyone, I am Lakshmi Bhargavi from ECE department. Now I am presenting about price determination of different kinds of market conditions. Market. In economics, market means a social system through which sellers and purchasers of commodity or services can interact with each other. In generally, market means a place where goods are purchased. However, in economics, market means an arrangement which establish effective relationship between buyers and sellers of a commodity. Hence, each commodity has its own market. They can participate in a sale and purchase. Market does not refer to particular place or location. Market is an arrangement which links buyers and sellers. A market can differ from one another due to difference in the number of buyers and number of sellers. Generally, market is classified into four categories that are perfect competition, monopoly, monopolistic competition, and oligopoly. Perfect competition is a market structure in which large number of sellers sell a homogeneous product at a uniform price. A market where infinite number of sellers sell homogeneous goods to infinite number of buyers, and sellers must have perfect knowledge of market conditions. There are some features of perfect completions that are presence of large number of buyers and sellers, homogeneous product, freedom of entry and exist, perfect knowledge, perfectly elastic demand curve, perfectly mobility of factors of production, no governmental intervention, and FIM is a price taker. Let us go to deeply. Large number of buyers and sellers is nothing but there exist many sellers and share of an individual seller is too small in the total market output. So as a result, a single film cannot influence the market price so that a film under perfect competition is a price taker and not a price maker. While coming to second feature, homogeneous goods. It is all films sell homogeneous goods which are identical in quantity, shape, size, color, packaging, etc. So products are perfect substitutes of each other. And there is a differential products are also similar but not identical, but close substituents. While coming to third feature, it is about price is uniform. That means as the products of different sellers in market are homogeneous, the product is determined forces of demand and supply in the market and accepted by all the sellers or price takers in market. Hence, films under perfect combination are called price takers. Um, we know deeply about price different forms that are price takers, price makers, price leaders, and price followers. Price takers is nothing but having no option but to charge the ruling market price, and price makers able to fix their own price. Price leaders whose price changes are followed by rivals, and price followers can follow the price changing lead of the market leader. And fourth feature is about the free entry and free exist. Any film can enter or leave the industry whenever they wish. The condition of free entry and free exist ensures that all the films under perfect competition will earn normal profits in the long run. If existing films are earning supernormal profits, new films would be attracted to enter the industry and increases the total supply. As a result, price will again rise and loss will be wiped out. So films can enter or exist without any restrictions. Number of films in market adjust until economic profits are zero. And there is a imperfect competition. It is again classified into monopoly, monopolistic competition, oligopoly, and duopoly. Imperfect competition is between the extremes of monopoly and perfect competition. Monopoly is a film is one that produces the entire market supply of a particular good or services. Example, NZ Post for postal services. It refers the market situation where there is one seller and there is no close substitute to the commodity sold by the seller. The seller has full control over the supply of the commodity. The word monopoly is derived from two Greek words, that is mono and poly. Mono means single and poly means seller. So monopoly film and an industry are the same. And monopoly is a form of market structure where single seller producing a commodity. There are some features of monopoly that are single seller and large number of buyers, no close substitutes, restrictions on the entry of new firms, price maker, and possibility of price discriminations. While coming to single seller and large number of buyers, under monopoly, there is one seller and therefore a firm faces no competition from other firms. So there are large number of buyers, no single buyer can influence the monopoly price by his action. Under monopoly, there is no close substitute for the product sold by the monopolist. And restrictions on the entry of new firms. Under monopoly, new firms cannot enter the industry. Second feature is about monopolistic competition. It is the form of market in which there are large number of sellers selling differentiated products which are similar in nature but not homogeneous. While monopoly is similar, but monopolistic competition is differentiated products which are similar in nature but not homogeneous. For example, different brands of soaps that are similar in soap, but there are so many brands which are changed by order, size, and color. We separate them from each other. The concept of monopolistic competition was developed by an American economist. His name is Chamberlain. It is a combination of perfect competition and monopoly. Monopolistic competition is a market situation in which both monopoly and competitive elements are present. These are some examples of monopolistic competitions. Jollibee, Texas, KFC, and Popeyes. These are the common in chicken, but different brands. While coming to features, large number of sellers and buyers, product differentiation, non-price competition, selling cost, free entry and free exit, independent price policy. Another type is oligopoly. Oligopoly is a market situation in which there are few firms producing either differential goods or closely differential goods. The number of firms is so small that every seller is affected by activities of the others. Oligopoly is a market situation in which there are few sellers of commodities such that actions of every seller has predictable effect on the other sellers also. Oligopoly is mainly of two types that are pure oligopoly and differentiated oligopoly or oligopoly with product differentiation. And characteristics of oligopoly are few sellers, control over supply, conflicting attitudes of firms, group behavior, advertising and selling cost. And there are some features for oligopoly that are few sellers, interdependence, nature of product. Few sellers is nothing but there are few sellers in oligopoly market such that number of sellers is small, that every seller is affected by the activities of the others. Oligopoly have a few large firms, standardized or differentiated products, and it is significant barriers to entry. There is a market power that is interdependent. And some examples of oligopoly are steel, oil, automobiles. Well, coming to other type, that is duopoly. It is a specific type of oligopoly where only two producers exist in one market. This definition is general used where only two firms have dominant control over a market. Duopoly provides simplified model for showing the main principles of the theory of oligopoly. Generally, if there are only two sellers producing a commodity, change in the price or output of one will price or output of one will affect the other. So his actions in turn will affect the first. In other words, dual policies there are two variables of interest. The prices set by each firm and quantity produced by each firm. Generally, duopoly is a market situation in which there are two sellers of commodities such that actions of each seller has predictable effect on the other seller also. So these are some real world examples of duopoly. And thank you for giving this opportunity.